I saw your, hold on, I saw your results. Okay. You should be able to get back some marks from from those questions. Okay. So let's go through the questions together. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, I still have the this week I asked you about some questions and I am still not clear.
yeah, no problem.
I think we can talk about it later.
By going through the assignment, right, the online assignment, I think I should have cleared some of your doubts. Okay. So
Okay.
the answer is not as important as the methods behind to solve questions. Okay. So for the questions that for this week's assignment, right, you should be able to see I have already dropped the binomial expansion questions because I feel that you are you are comfortable doing it. And then for some of the other questions, if I see you keep scoring, and I will not continue to give you those questions. I will focus on the questions that you get wrong. Okay. So let's look at the first question. Okay. So the first
Actually, this question I got look at the video that helped me because it's exactly the question, and then I found that it's careless mistake.
what careless
Like I read it, I thought so I got 72 this number, but then like
correct.
I thought it was minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was actually seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So 72 seconds, you need to change to minutes. Then you will have minute and second. So you add to your 5:55 a.m. So you will get something like this. Okay. Can
Can I
okay.
ask you when I express the answer if there's hours and minute and second, I express it this way.
Oh yeah, this is the way to express it in 24 hours. This is 24 hours format. 5:56:12. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this question you should use LCM. Okay. Okay. Good.
I have one more question because when I do this question, right, I'm not very sure if I should use HCF or LCM. So how do I determine which one I should use?
Exactly. So if you choose HCF, right? So what is it? Your HCF? Is there a HCF?
No, don't have zero.
So it's very clear, right?
Yeah, but what if like the question have both HCF and LCM?
Okay, sure. I am not too sure if I have explained it in the video, but in case I haven't. So the question says, light 1, 6 seconds later, light 2, 8 seconds later, light 3, 9 seconds later. So that means I want to know when is the next time they will light up all together. So this light 1 will light up every 6 seconds, which means 6 seconds later, it will light up. 12 seconds later, it will light up. And then 18 seconds later, it will light up. Am I right? So similarly, for your light 2, it will light up every 8 seconds. So the first moment will be 8 seconds later. And then the next moment will be 16 seconds. And then 24 seconds and subsequently, right? Okay. And then for the third light, so it will light up every 9 seconds. So the next moment will be 9 seconds later, and then 18 seconds, and 27 seconds, and subsequently. So what you need to do is you need to find out that at which moment you should get a common, you should get a common timing, okay, for the 3 lights to light up together. Okay, so that's so basically instead of asking yourself whether you should choose a LCM or HCF, you should think of this question in this way. Okay. Okay. So let's say I give you a simple example. So let's say a light lights up every 2 seconds, and then another light lights up at every 3 seconds. So the question you ask yourself is, the first moment for light 1 is 2 seconds later, and then 4 seconds later, and 6 seconds later. And then for the second light, right, every 3 seconds, it will light up. So the next moment for the second light is 3 seconds, and then the subsequent moment will be 6 seconds. So you know that, oh, after 6 seconds, can you see? After 6 seconds, they both light up together. And this is the next moment they light up together. If they ask you for the second moment, so you will continue. So this will be 6 seconds, and then what? And then subsequently 10 seconds, and then 12 seconds, right? And then for your these 3 seconds, the next moment will be 6 seconds, 9 seconds, 12 seconds. So if they ask you for the second moment they will light up together, you should choose 12 in this case. Okay?
Can I ask, what if for this question, the 6 seconds and 8 seconds and 9, if they ask for a second moment, do I still use LCM?
Do you still what?
Use LCM.
Okay, so like I say, nothing to do with LCM or HCF. The question you ask yourself is this. Okay? So the way to look at this question is, you should not think of it like a LCM or HCF question anymore. Okay? You should think of this question as, oh, light one, it will light up every 2 seconds. So it means you so-called you list down all the possible numbers. Okay? And then for the second light, for every 3 seconds it will light up. You also list down all the possible answers. And then you just answer the question accordingly. So the question asks you the next moment. So the next moment is clearly what? 6 seconds, right? They will light up together, right? If they ask you the second next moment, so in this case, it will be 12 seconds, right?
But I mean, like, because 2 and 3 is a very small number, whereas the question is a slightly bigger number. So,
here?
I mean, we cannot list like everything down, then it's like a waste of time. Is there a shortcut or something?
Of course. Then that if you want to use so let's say for this question, right? I mean the question I gave you. So you are supposed to use LCM to find out the next moment. So if you want to find the second next moment, of course you need to list down all possible numbers. Okay? But your second next moment will start not from here already. Your second next moment will start from your LCM. So that you will shorten your time to find the next second moment. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So can we move on to the next question?
Yes.
Okay. So by the way, when we talk about this question, right? Even though it's an LCM concept, but what I want you to know is you also need to learn to express time in a 24-hour format or 12-hour format. Okay. This is also quite important. Okay. Next. Okay. So I see that the simple HCF and simple LCM, you have no problem. So I'm not going to test you next time. Okay. Next. Okay. This question. So let's get this question over. You might be correct. Okay. You might be correct. So just get it over. Do you have your working with you for this question?
I need to check.
So let me see your answer. Your answer is 0.8.
I have, but my working is very messy.
Okay, so I will just briefly go through this question with you. So the method behind is more important. So it says the line L is parallel to the line. So basically you need to change this line. Okay, you need to change this line to this format. Change it to this format. Okay, so the line L is parallel to this line. So which means your gradient of your line L, right, is actually what? -3 as well. Why? Because they are parallel. Okay, we talk about this concept, right? Parallel, so the gradient is the same. So once you get this, then the question becomes very simple. It says that the line L passes through the point what? It passes through the point 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is somewhere here. So it comes down because it's -3. So -3, which is a negative gradient, so it slopes down. Okay. If it's positive, it should goes up. So this is for positive gradient. Okay. This will be for negative gradient. Okay. The general trend is these two. Okay. So once you get this, so this is your 3 and 5. Okay. So what you need to do is you already can establish the general format of your equation of your line L, right? So you just need to sub in the value. So you have 5 here minus 9 plus C. So the C is supposed to be 14, right? Am I right? So, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So therefore, what you do is you just then you already get your equation of the line already. Okay, this will be your equation of the line. So then it says find the coordinates of the point P where L meets the x-axis. So you are asked to find this point. So this point is at x is not known. You need to find. So the y coordinate is 0. So basically you just plug in your 0. Okay. So you are supposed to get what? You're supposed to get 3x equals to 14. So x is 14 over 3. So if you make it into a proper fraction, then it will be this. That will be the x coordinate.
I did it another way. No, it's just the way I express is different. Just I wrote it as 1 equals to C minus the mx.
Okay, it doesn't matter whether you put it in this manner or you put it in this manner. Both are the same, but the gradient is -3. The gradient is -3. That's the important thing. Okay, so when your gradient is -3, so you just put it into this y equals to mx plus c format. Then you get to find out your c. So is your I don't think your c is 14. If your c is 14, you are not supposed to get this. You're not supposed to get this.
So actually, it doesn't matter how I arrange it, right?
And somehow I realized one thing is not wrong, not right for your answer is how can your this be 0? How can your x coordinate be 0? It cannot be, right? So you just look at this. Okay, so if you tell me, okay, this is your point P, okay, then your x is not known, and then your y coordinate is 0. So clearly your answer, I mean, without finding the answers, I already know that your answer is wrong already. Just looking at your x coordinate. Okay, so this is the so-called, if you have your answer already, what you need to learn is you need to have a sense of whether your answer is correct or not. So even though without calculating anything, I already know that your answer is impossible. Because clearly it should be x coordinate comma 0. Okay? Can? So I don't know which part you make mistake. So which part you make mistake for the question?
Careless. No, it's just this part. I actually got 5 equals to minus. I mean 5 equals to C minus 9. Then yeah, I calculated it wrongly because I used calculator. Mental calculation.
So
I don't trust it.
It's common to make mistake. Yeah, it's common to make mistake. But the other thing I hope you learn is you need to be able to self-correct. You know, sometimes when I do such questions, I also make mistake. I read the question wrongly, and somehow the answer doesn't make sense. Then I am able to self-correct. Okay. You know, I remember last time we did some questions, right? You can watch our previous videos. Some answer doesn't make sense. Then I have to self-correct. Okay. So yeah, so this is the way to do this question. Can we move on?
Yeah, sure.
Good. So it's related lah. So here this answer is wrong. So of course this is wrong. So find the equation of the normal to the line L, right? And then the normal is passing through point B. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go through this question, but I will give you another similar question like this in your next assignment. So once you can do the next question, that means you get the idea. Okay. So I'm not going to go through this. Find the equation of the normal. Okay, because I did it last lesson. Okay. So I will give you a question on this again next time. Next, this question. Okay, probably you are correct, but I just want to emphasize certain things to you. Okay, question 4. So question 4 is on discriminant, right?
Yes.
So this question says you have minus ka squared plus 2a plus 1, and this entire thing lies below the x-axis, so which means your discriminant is what? Is smaller than 0. Why? Because no solutions. Because no solutions. Okay. So the basically what it means here is I want to emphasize again. Okay. The graph has no solutions. Okay. Therefore, the D, your discriminant is more than 0. Okay. So you don't mistake it as the graph is smaller than 0. No. Okay. These are two.
So we cannot.
These are two different concepts. The graph is smaller than 0 and discriminant is smaller than 0. They are two different concepts. Okay. The graph has no solution. Therefore, the discriminant is smaller than 0. So nothing to do with the graph.
Okay.
Smaller than 0. Okay. So once again, the graph has no solution. Therefore, your discriminant is smaller than 0. Okay. I want to emphasize this. Okay. Then, of course, your discriminant is b squared minus 4ac smaller than 0, right? So just you plug it in. So this is plus 2, so it's 4 minus 4. And then, this is minus k. Okay, so it's minus k. So it's minus k, and then times 1 smaller than 0 for AC. Okay. And then what you get? So you have 4 plus 4k, right? So 1 is 0. So 4k is more than -4. So k is smaller than -1. Okay, so your answer is correct. Okay, so you just have one answer. Okay, you have one answer because this is a linear inequality. Okay, just want to emphasize once again, linear inequality. Okay.
No, I'm wrong.
Huh? You're wrong.
Yeah, I put 1 because when I shift the 4 to the other side, right? I never change the sign.
Okay. Okay. So I thought you shift your 4, it should be -4 here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no? Okay. So this kind of mistake I can't help. Huh? Okay. 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 This question is a curve. So what is the meaning of this? How come your answer and my answer is off? Like I get -2 and I get 10, and you get 2 or -10. So who is correct? Who is wrong?
Let me check. I think maybe it should be me because
you are correct or I am wrong or what? What do you think?
Try to find it with you.
Yeah, so you equate these two. You equate these two.
Can you like go through this question because I'm not very sure.
Yeah, sure. I just equate these two. Okay. So once you equate these two, and then what you can do is you make it into a quadratic equations. Okay. So you can bring you bring all this to the left hand side. So you get x squared, and then minus 4x plus mx plus 4, and then plus 5. Okay. So once you get this, you have x squared minus, so 4 x and then plus 9 equals to 0. Okay? Okay? So this is the quadratic equation. So when the question says they meet at one point, what it means?
Equals to 0.
What equals to 0?
Discriminant
Correct.
equals to 0.
Discriminant is equal to 0 because there is one solution. Okay. So once again, I want to emphasize, okay, this thing, this is your equation. I mean, this is your combined equation. This combined equation has nothing to do with your discriminant is equal to 0. Okay. The discriminant is equal to 0 because of there is one solution. Okay. The discriminant is equal to 0 because there is one solution. So what you do, just sub in all the values. So b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. So our b squared is this and this entire thing with the minus sign. Okay. So with the minus sign, it should be m minus 4 squared minus 4. So a is 1. So your c is 9. Okay. So you just need to solve this thing. So you open the bracket m squared minus 8m. I think it's better not to open it first. Okay, I will show you why later. Okay, so I'll show you why later. Let me get to the next page. Okay, so let me erase this. So over here, right, you get a quadratic equation, right? So there are many ways to solve this quadratic equation, but I will prefer this way. Okay, I will prefer this way. So I have this m minus 4 square. So this will give you 36. So what I do is I use this a square minus b square equals to 0. Okay, that's the reason why I don't open up this. Because I open up this, I think it makes the question more complicated. So I just do this minus and then plus. So I quickly can get the answer already. Minus 32, right? Plus. Am I right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how you get the answer. M equals to 40. M equals to negative 32. Okay, let me double check my answer once again. So it says the line y equals to fx plus 4 equal to this thing. So I bring it over. So minus will be plus 4x is minus 4x. Let me continue first. Okay, good.
Okay.
So this, yeah. So that means I'm correct until this step. Looks like the answer I provide is also wrong.
No, I think
Okay.
I think that your answer is correct. Cause okay,
This answer or the answer provided in the assignment.
you provided in the assignment is correct.
Then how come now I start to do it, then I get another answer?
I think you can open from the last step, I think you can open the bracket and you use quadratic
Okay, hold on.
equation to solve this question.
Yeah, do you agree that we are correct until this step first?
I'm not very sure because I'm different from your one. I think there's a mistake with somewhere. Like when I
okay.
shift.
I know where is my mistake already. You know where is my mistake? Okay, here. So it says a square minus b square, right? A square minus b square. So it means I need to change the 36 to 6 square. Okay. So that means it's not 36, it's 6. Okay? So this is minus 10. This one will be plus 2. Okay? So therefore this is minus 2 and this is 10. So is your answer correct or my answer correct provided by the assignment? So 10 and minus 2. Let's see. 10 and minus 2. So you are wrong.
Because I think there's one part I did wrongly.
Yeah, so that means your answer is wrong.
Take a photo of my work.
So that means your answer is wrong, is it?
Yeah.
So now I
No,
realize.
but I don't.
I'm making use of this.
Yeah, let me see. No, I send you something. Then can you help me check when I cross over the thing?
What do you mean by crossover? Which, this slide or this slide?
The first one, the previous one.
This one?
Yes.
Which part you want me to check?
Where I'm sending you the one now.
You mean you want me to check on your WhatsApp thing, your picture?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Mx plus 4 equals to 4x. Huh? You crop it. I cannot see already. Okay, good.
I see.
Next one I'm receiving. Okay, hold on.
Because I think when I cross, I got some problem with it.
Hold on. Looking at it. You bring the okay over. Okay. 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 That means according to yours, your ABC is correct. But your ABC is correct. Then I need to see your B square minus 4AC. That's the more important part.
I think I didn't write out. Can you according to my one, can you do one time using my method instead of the question?
So let me use this ABC. So your B square is this. Then your this is minus 1. And then this is minus 9, right? Then you should get this.
Yes.
Still minus 36. Right? Because this will be plus. Then this.
Yeah.
So 4 minus m minus 6. 4 minus m plus 6. So this one you will get minus 2 minus m, right? This one you will get 10 minus m, right? So the m equals to 10, then m equals to minus 2. So even though I use your method, then the answers, they are still 10 and minus 2. Okay?
Okay, I think maybe somewhere
I am using the, okay, by the way,
the sign.
you're supposed to use.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I cannot.
Okay.
So I cannot use quadratic equation to solve this question.
Okay. But that first thing first, that if you use you open the bracket, if you use that method, right? That means you will take more time. Okay. When you take more time, and then you make more mistakes because the more you do. Okay. That method I'm not recommending. Okay. I always want students to take the easier one. Okay. And then the less you do, the better it is. Okay. That's what I always advise students. Okay. Then after that, of course, your this is wrong. So of course your this is wrong because they are linked. So find the intersection point, right? So what it means is basically once you find this m already, your m equals to -2 and m equals to 10, right? So basically what you do is you just replace your. So you replace your this let me get rid of this first. So you replace your m with your -2. So this will be your one answer. So this will give you one set of answer, and then your 10x also will give you one set of answer. Okay? So
which one should I use?
no, you solve both. You solve both. Okay, by the way, when you solve both, right, you might have you might have the same answer, but you just take that set of answer once. Okay, so you need to solve the simultaneous equations, then you can solve your x and y. Okay.
So I'll get the same answer.
Maybe. So you got you. By the way, I will give you this the same question next time. So you go back and find out. Okay, because the questions you get wrong, I will keep giving you the same question again. Okay, to make sure that you understand it. Okay, the question you get it correct, I'm not going to give you next time.
Okay, so one more question. So this
Hello? 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 Hey, I think you disconnected. I cannot hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's good.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi just now suddenly, I don't know, disconnected.
Okay, so I will give you the same question. So go back and find out this for me also. Okay, just to make sure that you really understand this type of question. Okay, can we move to the next question?
Okay.
Okay, the next question you are correct actually. Okay, because it's half, so everything is half. So my answer here I key in wrongly, but anyway it's a decimal number. Okay, so the question here you are correct. And then of course, the remainder, right? We have been like talking about how to find remainder already. So over here, it says divided by the x minus 2, right? What you do is you sub in x equals to 2, and then you should be able to get the remainder. Okay, that's the technique. Okay, so I'm not going to give you this polynomial again already because I see you are okay already. Okay, this part which I really want to explain in details. Okay, the answer itself is not so important, but the more important thing is the the, the, the steps behind. Because for partial fraction, especially improper fraction, there are many things we can talk about. So I would like to take this opportunity to explain to you in more details. So first thing first, how do you determine whether this is a proper or improper fraction? Can I ask?
When the numerator is larger, the power of numerator is greater than the denominator, it's an improper fraction.
Correct.
If it's smaller, then it's a proper.
Correct. So basically, if you look at this, right, the power, actually the highest power, the highest power of the x here is 3, right? So the highest power of your x squared for the denominator is 2. So clearly 3 is bigger than 2. Okay? So therefore, this is an improper fraction. Okay? So if it's an improper fraction, right, then you cannot straight away go and partial fraction. Okay? Improper fraction, you cannot straight away go and do the partial fraction. If it's a proper fraction, so the process is always, if it's a proper fraction, right? If it's a proper fraction, you can straight away do your partial fraction already. Okay? But for your improper fraction, you need to do long division first. Okay? And then only you can proceed to partial fraction. Okay? But when it comes to a long division, right, it's not as simple as, oh, I just do a long division and then you can get the answer. There are more things involved. That's why I want to explain today. By the way, I also look at your work on the other question. Okay, you have a careless mistake, but somehow at the end, you somehow you, I don't know how you can get back to the correct.
I change it back. Yeah.
I really don't know how. I mean, you make a careless mistake in the middle, and then suddenly you can change back. So not sure how you manage to do that. Okay, so for this, right, the long division is okay. By the way, before you do long division, I really suggest sometimes. So let me give you another example. This times. Let's say you are giving this question. I know, sorry. Let's say you are given this question. So the question you ask yourself is whether this is a proper fraction or improper fraction, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So in fact, before you ask yourself this proper or improper, after you ask yourself this is an improper fraction, okay? Because what? Because you can see that this is a proper or improper. This is a proper, right?
Yeah, it's a proper.
This is a proper. So it's okay. So even though if it's an improper or proper, right? Once you determine the whether it's a proper or improper already, the first thing you do is you need to see if there is an opportunity for you to simplify before you do the long division. Okay. In this case, clearly you see opportunity to simplify, be it proper or improper. You see opportunity to simplify because you can actually make this into this one, right? Using this. Okay, I'm using this.
I think
Then
cannot.
after that, then what you do? You just cancel. Okay. Then after that, this question becomes what? This question becomes this. Okay. Then after that, of course, you can simplify the x some more. So this question is, you don't have to, by the way, this question, if you are doing this question, right, you don't even need to do what? You don't even need to do partial fraction at all. Okay. So this is the one thing I want to warn students. So you don't just, I get an improper fraction. The first thing I do is long division. No. Okay. In mathematics, if you see opportunity to simplify, simplify first. Okay. So in this case, for this question, I see opportunity to simplify. Okay. So I simplify first. That's why I take this approach. So once I take this approach, then I can split it into two fractions. So this is actually the answer already. Okay. Okay.
So that means if the numerator and the denominator, the power, they are the same, they are still proper fractions.
So if the power is 2, so basically if you ask for the definition is the power of the numerator is bigger or equal to power of the denominator. This means this is an improper fraction.
Okay.
In fact, this definition doesn't come from me. This definition comes from this. If we talk about P6 math, when I mean primary school math, if we talk about fraction, can I ask you, this is called an improper fraction. This is called an improper fraction. That's why you need to change all these to mixed number. This one will be 1, right? And then if you get this, this is the simplest already. So can't change much. I mean, you can't change anything. So if you ever get this answer next time, if you express this answer as this, and then that's all, you are wrong. Okay. So next time, if you ever get like 13/4, right? Like just now, our x is 13/4. You cannot leave your answer in this format. Okay. The simplest form will be this. So this should be the answer. Because when you express your answer as the final answer, your answer should be in the simplest form. Okay. If you give your answer in this manner, your answer, I mean your marker can actually fault you. Okay, penalize you. Okay, so therefore the definition of improper fraction is if the power of the numerator is bigger or equal to the power of the denominator. So then that is an improper fraction. But even though when it comes to improper fraction, if you see opportunity to simplify, like this question, you should simplify first. Okay? And so that means for this question, I mean the question here, I will want to see if there is any opportunity for me to simplify. And I don't think I have opportunity to simplify because this is not a square. If it's square, I can simplify it to this. Okay? It's, by the way, even I simplify to this, I cannot cancel anything. So no use. Simplify also no use. So that's why I have to go ahead and do the long division. Correct. Okay. So very important, remember, when you go ahead and do long division and when you don't do long division. Okay. So once you open the brackets, so what you do is you just do the normal long division. So of course, when it comes to long division, and then this part is some basic math, and I want to caution you also when you do this long division, certain common mistake I want to highlight to you. So first thing first, this will be your 1. So once you have your 1, right, this will be x cubed, and then you have your plus x squared. And by the way, over here should be minus. Okay, so it's good to put a bracket. So x cubed minus x cubed, 0. Minus x to the power of 2. You don't have any x to the power of 2 here, right? You don't have it, right? So you just have minus
0.
Yeah, so it's 0. So 0 minus your this x to the power of 2, you are left with minus x to the power of 2. And then you bring down your this plus 6x. Okay? So once you bring down your plus 6x, so you need to, so you will realize, right? You can't continue. You realize you can't continue already? Do you realize you can't continue already?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
means that's a remainder.
Yeah. So if you can't continue, so basically this is the remainder. Okay. So what this question means is, so you need to express this long division into a format. So the format looks like this. Before I give you the format, I would like to give you a simple example. So if you do this simple long division for primary school math, right, you will get 8 here and then you get 1. So how do you express this long division? Is 9 equals to 2 times 4 plus 1, right? So the format is what? So your 2 is your divisor. Then the 4 is your quotient. And then your 1 is your remainder. And then your 9 is your dividend. Okay? So this is a P6 math. So basically the format is 9 equals to divisor times quotient plus remainder. So similarly, your this x to the power of 3 plus 6x plus 9 is equal to divisor, which is this, right? Times the quotient, 1, plus the remainder, which is given below. Okay, now then you go ahead and the question wants what? The question wants this thing. the question wants x to the power of 3 plus 6x plus 9 divided by this thing. So what you have here is just x to the power of 3 plus 6x plus 9. So what you need to do is you divide by, so let me divide it. Okay, so you divide by your x to the power of 2 or x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2 on both sides. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So once you do this, then you get your answer already. So you should be able to see that. Let me just do one more step. So you will be able to see very soon. This one, and then you get this. Am I right? So you can actually cancel this because both top and bottom, you have this, so you can cancel. So you are only left with 1. Okay, good. So now you have already long division this thing into a format which you can go ahead and do your partial fraction. Okay? Am I right? So far so good.
But then I want to ask why when you open the equation, then it's like x, the denominator is x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2, then you plus another one.
You mean here? Are you talking about this part?
Yeah.
Okay.
But how do you know?
I know what you mean. So I just repeat what I did just now. Okay. Let me repeat what I did just now. Probably you didn't follow closely just now. So never mind. Let me write down again. So I'm supposed to get this before simplification. Yeah, before simplification, I should get this. My right hand side.
Yeah, but how do you know you can write it like that?
You mean how do I know whether how do I know I get this term and this term?
The denominator, how come you can separate it like that?
I thought about it here. You look at this carefully. You look at this carefully. So this whole thing, right? Okay, is actually equal to x divided by x squared plus 2 over x squared.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So similarly, I just pick so the plus sign in front is one term, and then the second term will be given by the whatever behind the plus sign. That's why I get the below 2 terms. So once I get the below 2 terms, right, all I do is this one I can cancel, right? That's why I get 1. Okay, so you go ahead and do partial fraction. You realize you only need to do partial fraction for the second term, right? Am I right? You only need to do partial fraction for the second term here. You only need to do partial fraction for this. Okay, so to do partial fraction for this, right, then you are not supposed, so what you do is you need to do this. So basically just do partial fraction for this. You need to convert it back to this format for the denominator. Okay, so your denominator is supposed to be this, right? So you need to convert it back to this format. Okay, so once you have this, all you need to do is x squared, you have this and this, that's your case 2, right? This will be your case 1. So that's all. And by the way, I've already looked at your partial fraction. You don't have problem solving for ABC, which is good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, can? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I hope by going through this question, I have explained partial fraction or improper fraction, or rather the entire concept of partial fraction, whether it's a proper fraction or improper fraction.
Yeah, but I still have a question regarding to partial fractions. It's still yesterday the question 8. Because my mom sent you two workings, right?
Yeah.
And the two workings, they look similar, but in the end their answer are different.
I
And
thought the
then
answer.
tried I try and find out the problem, and then I realize it's the minus and plus sign.
No, I thought the answer is the same. It's just like one is in front, one is at the back.
No, I think it's different.
Okay, never mind. Let me get the answer over because I looked at it. By the way, the method is correct. So the answer is I see this. This is yours. Of course, your mistake of that one minus 15, and then you somehow you get it back. That one is I ignore that one first. So this is yours, and then this is somebody else. It's actually the same one. This one you just rearrange it only. This one is this one what? And then this one is this one. What's the difference? There is no difference.
So they are both correct.
There is no difference between these two. By the way, you need to be able to tell me there is no difference between these two. If you tell me there is a difference between two, that means your basic math is you can't pass your basic math.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Yeah.
You see, what you are saying is this one and this one they are different. You are telling me. What is the difference between these two? There is no difference.
Okay.
There is no difference between these two.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so that's why I say I don't know why you can get back your 15 because in the middle I see your 5. Okay, but anyway,
change it somewhere. Yeah.
okay. Anyway, the answer is not so important. The more important part is you really need to understand when you get your this, whether it's a proper fraction or improper fraction. Once you have decided it's an improper fraction, before you do long division, you should first see if you can simplify first. Okay? Which is this question. So if you think that this particular question, like my question here, right? You cannot simplify. Then you go ahead and you do your long division. Okay? So once you do your long division, right? So you need to express it in this format. The D times quotient plus remainder format. Then you go and split it into two terms in this case. And then you just do the partial fraction for the second term here. Okay? Can? Yeah, that's basically the idea of partial fraction.
I got some questions about my schoolwork again. It's about polynomial.
Okay. How many questions you have?
I have 2 more. I got 2 more questions then. Yeah.
But okay, you see, okay, by the way, I just want to feedback to you. Seems like we have more questions each time, but we have only an hour, which you prefer. So do you want us to switch to 1.5 hours per lesson or what? Because it seems like we are running a bit tight on time each time.
I think might not be the case, or I can discuss with my mom. Because for this question, I just need you to tell me the method.
Okay.
Then I think I can solve it myself, so that will not use a lot of time.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I send the question and I don't know how to do B.
Oh, what's that?
And yeah, what's that? Because 2C and D, they are actually linked to B. So I think once I know how to do B, then C and D is not a problem.
So let me look at it first. Okay, the question is given that hey, this question I have what?
Huh?
I sent you the link. Yeah, I sent you the link.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which one?
We talked about this question in our first lesson of polynomial. Never mind.
When's our first lesson?
I sent you the link for this question.
Okay, thank you. Then one more question.
Okay.
This one is about email.
Let me first.
So the problem with this question is my I is wrong.
Hold on. I'm sending you the link to the.
Okay.
Okay, good. Send already. Now next question. Looking at next question.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, this one is email. Then my question I is wrong. I don't know why.
BI.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, BII.
BII. The second part is it?
Yeah, second part, last question.
You see, this question. Okay. I want, in fact, right, for this question, this question you need to draw. And by the way, it's very hard to draw. It's very hard to draw here because this question you need. Okay. By the way, this question. You need to learn how to use a compass, projector, and yes, you need to have you learned how to use these two tools, projector and compass?
Okay.
Hello, like equidistant and bisector, perpendicular bisector. Have you learned this concept?
No.
Huh?
Haven't.
So you see, in fact, that question you gave me, right? I want to actually have a lesson on this concept about
No. But then, yeah.
About this equidistant. By the way, I want to teach you how to use your projector and your compass, and then with that understanding, right, then you can solve these entire questions. Okay, this question
But I think
is bearing, by the way.
Yeah, but I think this question, like, you just need to solve like the angles and that's it.
I think it's better to equip you with those knowledge first, the projector and the thing. Then you will start to see, oh, by the way, like I say, the question you see, right, is always a combination of a few concepts. Okay, but seems like you are only equipped with bearing, and then you think that you are able to do this question, which I don't think so. It will be hard for you to do this question without knowing the concepts of using projector and compass.
Okay.
I can give you a question on this type, and then I link it to bearing, and of course you can tell me, oh, you can use sine rule, cosine rule to find, but that one might be too. I mean, there are many ways to solve a question. Okay, so if I equip you with the projector, equidistance, and perpendicular bisector, you have not heard of it, right? So it's better to have those concepts. Then you start to see, oh, this is actually dealing with perpendicular bisector and equidistance. Yes.
Okay. But I think now EMATH is not that difficult, so
No, EMATH can be very difficult. EMATH can be very difficult. You haven't tried some of my you should go ahead and try the 10-year series for EMATH. You can just try one paper. I tell you, first thing first, if you time yourself, you might not have enough time to finish the entire paper. That's one thing. Second thing is it's very hard to score A because for EMATH, everybody is taking EMATH, so it's harder to get an A. If you want to get an A, probably you need to get like 90 plus. Okay?
I thought it's 75, then you get A already.
75 is your normal grading, but when it comes to O level, I think you need to score like 85 and above to get an A. Anything below, right, you should be B3 already.
Oh my. So it's not actually by the grading, it's just by overall the
Overall,
whole O level.
overall, yes.
Oh my god.
And by the way, seriously, EMAP can be very, very hard. And
Mhm.
it takes a lot of time. All the questions are
Is
very,
it
very long one.
okay?
Mm.
Yeah, but can I ask for email why is it like more difficult? Is it because they are more like
It's
real
more
life?
difficult because it's more competitive. Everybody is taking. AMAF, only certain group is taking. Like, if you can't do well in your AMAF this time round, right, you will drop after this term or this year. So the competition for AMAF is much less. But EMAF being EMAF, everybody takes EMAF. Nobody can escape from EMAF.
Okay, I get it.
So I will give you a question on partial fraction. Okay, I'll give you a question on partial fraction, and then I will give you a question on equidistance, which tests you the how to draw with a compass and protractor. Okay, protractor. And then any question you prefer to be tested?
Can I have some more
Or
polynomial
linear
and
geometry is definitely that one. I will just give you the same question to make sure that you get it correct before I remove it from the assignment. And then what have you learned in your school, by the way?
we are next week, I think hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday, we are starting a binomial for AMAP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then I still feel that my polynomial and my discriminant is not very strong.
Your discriminant is not strong because you make those super careless mistakes.
Yeah, then can I have one more try to not have a careless mistake?
Polynomial, you are okay, except your question, the question you asked me, which I already sent you the link. That one we talked about it in the first lesson, by the way. Okay. Discriminant. Okay. Yeah, discriminant. Okay. Yeah, I will give you this 4.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, you can go ahead and try out one 10-year series EMAF. Since now you are a bit confident about EMAF, so it's better to face the EMAF earlier. Okay. Can?
Okay.
Okay. Can? So I still find that you make too many careless mistakes.
Yeah, I also find it.
That slows your progress a lot. Okay. That slows your progress a lot. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ken. So yeah, we can conclude the day. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.